'Cause I'm feeling the vibe. yo-yo. You got to let your body go. Take a grind, take a wine. Don't waste this precious time. What will happen tomorrow? None of us don't really know. I remember those glory years, love when music was met with great cheers. No one can deny that the standard was very high. And when you hear Christmas time comes around, look out for your name in the song. With all them women singing, party time, all of we dancing. Yeah, quarter. Move your feet, move your waist. Sweet, sweet music in the place. You can't stand up like a yo-yo. You got to let your body go. Take a grind, take a wine. Don't waste this precious time. What will happen tomorrow? None of us don't really know. You hear tell a coin, Hunky High, Cecil James, Matthew James. That is Baker. And that was all now. There must be something hidden in the vibes that have me hypnotized. And one time I did my research, I want to caution my approach. Names like Moses, Feeling Charles, Champion, so much to mention. These men kept the culture and pass it on to us with pleasure. We are soldier, we are Toba, Maracas. There must be something catchy in the song that have me singing along. I feel like I'm out of control. The music hitting up me soul. So rhythmic, so dynamic, simple strings that's so pulsating. Love when music teaser, you can ask for anything sweeter. You hear banjo to keep you in the mood. Move your feet, move your waist, your body, sweet, sweet music in the place. You can't stand up like a yo-yo. You got to let your body go. Take a grind, take a wine. Don't waste this precious time. What will happen tomorrow? None of us don't really know. Take a grind, take a wine. Take a good grind. Don't waste this precious time. What will happen tomorrow? None of us don't really know. It's party time, let's go! Yes, you left you on the light. Now you're back to enjoy the rest of the night. And it is such a good sight. You've waited and waited for so long for this day to come. Now that we together, we can party on forever. It's amazing. Life is worth living. I guess I know how you feel. All the fun you want is lady. Let's start this party and come where we dance. Get on, take over the floor. No, no, you can't go. We need some more of your thrilling. We need some more of your dancing. Give me some more. Oh yeah. Give it up, let it go. Party can't stop, no, 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 no. Party time, oh yeah. You're the life of the party now, and you've got everybody on the feet. And so you can't retreat, but it's over and over, and I know that you want to recover. Yes, you can take a break, but when it's over, just remember I'll be waiting to start the party. The night is full of excitement. Let's all enjoy the moment, lady. Light up the party. Come where we dance. Get on, take over the floor. attraction. The party is hot and no one wants to stop. So let we dance, get on, take over the floor. No, no, you can't go. We need some more of that thrilling. We need some more of that dancing. Give us some more. Can someone help me? Please help me unfold. What in the drums that has captivated the soul? Is it a ritual that speaks to one and all? It gets you off your feet and dance to the beat. When they play a song to open the ring, the whole of the crowd just start to sing. Ibole ole, boyo, ibole ole, ibole ole, boyo, ibole ole, ibole ole, boyo, ibole ole.
And a good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The rest of the Eastern Caribbean, wherever you are locally. I see what's going on here. Yeah, locally, regionally, internationally.
What is happening? Oh, I just find myself dancing in the ring.
Yeah, how I'm hearing in studio is not how you all are hearing outside of studio. I'm hearing a little different to how you all are hearing. So I'm not sure if you all are hearing me clearly. Let me see here. Let me check on my microphone here. Yeah, let me just check my settings here and thing too. Nice, right. I think is this end? Yeah. Let me see. Are you all hearing me clearly on the microphone? Are you all hearing me clearly here? Let me see if I could raise it a bit more for you. Yeah, are you all hearing me clearly here?
It's my reaction.
So let me know. I know we're not on Facebook tonight. Facebook, for whatever reason, is not working tonight.
Captivate your soul with a beat that sounds so sweet.
You know that happens with Facebook every now and again. It gives some problems, yeah?
You are most impressed.
But are you all hearing me? Yeah, I know you all are hearing the music pretty okay, but are you all hearing me as well?
In my own native land, in my own native land, in my own native land.
Okay, yes, I'm seeing the messages that you all are hearing me clearly.
Own native land, in my own native land, in my own native land.
Right, so you're hearing the music clearly, you're hearing me clearly. As I said, I can't, in the studio, I'm hearing myself, I'm hearing the music, everything loud and clear, but I know there was some distortion that you all were hearing, and then I saw, it was a particular cable that was getting some. I just have to buy a new cable tomorrow. I was able to switch it around with a temporary.
Prince Lawrence.
Okay, great, so you all hearing me clearly. So good night to each and every one of you. Hope that you all have been having a wonderful night thus far, that you've had a beautiful day today, a wonderful week so far, and a wonderful weekend.
Who have contributed to the survival of this.
Yes, and we were not on last night. We did send out a message before that we would not be on due to the fact that leader of His Majesty's opposition, political leader of the New National Party, Honorable Emlyn Pear, was due to be on GBN last night. So we ensured that folks could have go across there instead. Didn't want to split the audience, and you had to be spending your time trying to see what we're saying over here and still trying to listen now. We didn't want that happening. So we made sure that we pull back, and we on tonight. And let me say a special good night to political leader of the New National Party, the Honorable Emlyn Pear. Mr. Tafawa Pear, the entire family,
Carriacou and the Petit Martinique,
TJJT,
and so unique.
everybody, good night.
3 different islands. part
I see Baltimore checked in.
to explore.
Texas, good night to you. North Carolina.
So I
New York City.
don't stay too long. Come on,
Yes, saying special good night to each and every one of you.
come on,
The Giza just checked in. Good night, Giza. Out there in the UK. Good morning to you.
country and tell. Not just beautiful beach, all the culture that's rich.
You know, I looked at the entire thing last night. I got in late to it last night, so I listened to the first part and then I listened to the entire thing today.
What a country and tell.
And again, we must congratulate our political leader for the excellent job that she has done. Yeah?
That's rich. You enjoy your
I want to congratulate the Honorable Emlyn. They try watch. They try all kind of bowler. All kind of bowling. Watch. They come in from the left. They come in from the right. They try spinners. They try fast bowlers. They try Google. Watch. They try all kind of things.
peace that you all cannot miss.
And she hit them for 6 at every ball.
Sandy Island. Just
So they swing it, so she lick it over the defenses. Yeah. At a point in time, I started to get worried about people who had the vehicle in the parking lot and if they had windscreen insurance. Because them kind of 6 that Sister Emlyn was hitting last night.
we said, what a country and tell. Not just beautiful.
And notice she didn't have to go there and be telling the interviewer, you're asking the wrong person the question, that question, and so on. She didn't have to go there and say them kind of thing, no. But then it's not like that is anything strange for me. I expect that because I know the Honorable Emlyn Pierre. So I expect her to perform the way that she performed last night.
Sunny weather, no freezing temperature. Wild meat, vegetables, and fresh fruits, licking fingers when it cooks.
And folks, let me warn you all. I'm trying to find the best way to put this. Sometimes I think that maybe because I think a little differently to most folks, I think sometimes we head the wrong direction. The Honorable Emlyn Pierre was on the program last night to answer questions, whether tough questions, whether weak questions, whether questions people may say they don't want to get those questions. She was there to answer questions, and she proved that she was capable to deal with every single question that was sent on her, whether it was on finance, whether it was on education, healthcare, diplomacy. Well, they dare not try to ask her any set of questions in relation to youth development and sport because they know. She just hit them for 6 for that. That's the first time you go see a ball get hit for a 12. Yeah? So good night to you, Mommy George. So she did an excellent job, which is what was expected. And I think sometimes instead of focusing on the positive, we as Grenadians on a whole, sometimes we tend to focus a little too much on the negative. And I think for the entire day, I've seen the entire interview become a discussion around the interviewer and not the interviewee. So the focus, in my view, is not Mr. Colin Dow. I don't care about Colin. Colin could come, Colin could die. I don't care. But what I was interested in was what the political leader of the new National Party had to say. I might see people making all kind of statements, oh, he unfair, he this. Me don't care about he and that. I care what the political leader went and what she spoke about. I care about the fact that when she was asked questions, she was able to put forward a thoughtful, intelligent, realistic response to each and every question. And I think many of us, we have to start focusing on the right things. Yeah, we ain't forgetting, yeah, I mean, I agree with you all to an extent with Mr. Dow and that kind of thing, yeah. And we could spend the whole night, people could call and then start to cuss Colin Dow, calling this and calling that. What will that change? And how will that affect or effect anything else? When what we should be focusing on is what the Honorable Emlyn Pierre said in relation to different issues. Yes, there were instances when the interviewer obviously was not clear in relation to the question he was asking On the issues he was speaking about, one of the issues I can say is the activities of the Public Accounts Committee. Now, the Public Accounts Committee does not look at reports in relation to money that government spending right now. Let me just make that clear, because I think that may have been one of the messages that the NDC has been sending out there. They keep telling people, well, Honorable Emlyn Pear is the chair of the Public Accounts Committee, and therefore she has all the information in relation to all the spending that government is doing. So she ought not to be out there asking questions. Folks, that's nonsense, total stupidness. It is idiotic. It is a statement from people who know not of what they speak. And I like to tell people straight when they know not of what they speak. And this is a classic situation of they know not of what they speak. And I'll say it in this sense. The PAC, Public Accounts Committee, reviews the audited reports of government spending. In other words, it doesn't review the unaudited reports. It reviews the audited reports of government spending. In fact, if the Public Accounts Committee were to sit today, I can guarantee you that they will only be able to review the spending of the new National Party administration. That's how we're in 2026 now. And as Honorable Pear mentioned, 2023 and 2024 audited reports of government spending have not been brought to the Public Accounts Committee yet. Now, the ways that you can find out that information, again, Honorable Pear said that last night, was that the way that you would find out about the spending in 2023 and 2024 and 2025 is that you would ask through a question in Parliament. That is why the Honorable Pear, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, and I believe there are some questions in the Senate as well, ask questions to which the government ministers, in their capacity as ministers, would provide responses. Even though we're still waiting to hear how much they spent on the independence, the 50th independence, we're still waiting to hear how much they spent on that. But this is how it operates. But the impression you got from the interviewer last night was that they didn't understand how the Public Accounts Committee works, nor did they understand the procedure in relation to finding answers to these things. They may have heard the NDC message that they're putting out there, the same way they put out the false message in relation to the $10,000 a month. They put out this false message and keep circulating this message to cover themselves, to say that, hey, we are operating above the board. All of these things are in the Public Accounts Committee. No. Public Accounts Committee may meet, for instance, if there's a budget coming up, they may come and they may look at what is being proposed. A presentation may be made to the Public Accounts Committee in relation to what is being proposed. And even then, by the time they go to do the actual budget, they could change things still. They still have the opportunity. They could decide we were spending $5 million here and decide we're no longer spending $5 million, we're spending 2.5. So we've changed between when they go to the Public Accounts Committee and when the budget speech and the budget presentation, the actual document, is put together. They can even make changes. And they, meaning government, not the Public Accounts Committee, government can make changes in that space of time. So it is not a situation that the Public Accounts Committee is there and they know what's going on and they have all the information in relation to what is taking place and they just going out there and doing like they don't know anything and so on. That is the impression that the NDC wants you to have. That is the impression that they want to give to you, but it is not the truth. Pastor Lewis, good night to you, my brother. That is not the truth. So let's just get it clear. Public Accounts Committee reviews the audited reports. So they may have audited 2020, 2021, 2022. And as we know, part of 2022 was the new National Party. Part of 2022, like when they give themselves salary increase immediately and all kind of thing. Well, when I say immediately, within a month or two, they get themselves salary increase. Right. All of that would just be coming before the Public Accounts Committee. So things like the independent spending, that you have agents of the NDC out there saying, Emlyn Pear is the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee and that must come there. Yeah, that must come there. But it might come in 2027, 2028 when, well, I don't think NDC will be able to win a seat. So I don't know if they go have one of their people as the chair of the Public Accounts Committee. Might have to use somebody who on the opposition benches in the Senate. Yeah, you might have to use somebody from there. As happened before, you may have to use somebody there to review it. But in situations like that, you tend to find that the chairperson is reviewing accounts from their own time. Yeah? So that is the situation as it is right now. Mr. Dow didn't know that. I'm glad that political leader took the opportunity. You could tell she was a teacher in Shooter. Very clearly took the time to inform him of the proper role of the Public Accounts Committee. Yeah? And what does happen when things come to the Public Accounts Committee and the reviewing documentation and so on. Not just documentation, audited. So an audit has been conducted to see if the money that they say spent has been spent, etc. And that is brought to the Public Accounts Committee. Right? So it's not like you're auditing 2025. You might be auditing 2025, the way how the system works now. You might be auditing you might be going through the Public Accounts Committee with 2025. You might be going there with that in 2027, 2028. That time NDC and Deacon gone the way long. Yeah? So that is the present situation. Another thing I realized that he was not clear on. Yeah, and I'm glad once again the political leader very calmly took the opportunity to inform him was in relation to the pension issue. Because apparently he was not aware of the Armstrong case back in, I think it was about 2016 somewhere there, where you had 72 people that benefited, millions. I can't remember the exact amount of millions, but millions were paid out to these folks under that system back in, I think it was 2016 or so. It was the New National Party that was in office. And those folks, they got their monies, good bit of money, they got their monies during the period of the New National Party. Also, at the point in time that the NNP demitted office in 2022, all of this was stated generally by the political leader of the New National Party last night. And when the New National Party left office in 2022, it was a situation where you had, I think it was over 2,000, was it 2,000, 4,000? A couple thousand people that were being paid. Yeah? Sorry, my alarm keeps going off. These people were being paid pensions by the NNP administration. And you had some of those people that were added on. Now, in March of 2022, so when Mr. Dow was saying, well, it was there for years and all, he didn't pay it, that is absolute nonsense. Because again, it shows that he has bought into the propaganda that is out there. Yeah, and again, this is not an attack on Mr. Dow. I'm just saying that he's probably heard that being said so much times that it has become his reality. So, when he starts speaking of, well, the thing was there so long and all it didn't pay. No, it was not there long. If I remember correctly, that judgment by Judgment Glasgow, that judgment came down in about, I think it was March of 2022, if I'm correct. I stand subject to correction, but about March 2022. And when that came through in March of 2022, you had the situation, the further situation, that you had elections later that year. Yeah? And there are two things, because we all know each other in this country, ain't it? We know each other, right? Right. So we know, and I'm just trying to get some information up here. We all know that if the New National Party had attempted to pay the pension of Rush, do a chop shop job, and rush and pay the pension before election, the same people who jumping up about they paid pension, would have been saying that the NNP tried to use the opportunity, would have used the opportunity to buy votes. That would have been using it as a methodology to get votes. That's what would have been said. So the NNP was doing the thing properly. You could rush and do it fast, or you could take your time and do it properly. And that is what the NNP was doing in 2022. So a pension secretariat was set up. The NDC can't come and say they came in and had to set up a pension secretariat. It existed. And people were being asked to bring in their documentation to that pension secretariat back in 2022 before the elections. So you had the secretariat being set up. People were being asked, bring in your letter of appointment and bring in your different documentation to prove that you worked in the government service and so over that period of time. And even you might have an old pay slip somewhere around to prove how much you're being paid. Anything that could help to speed the process along properly with documentation. The NNP lost the election, so they did not get to complete that process. The NDC came in and all they did, they come and they announced the open secretariat when it already had a secretariat. And then they completed the process that the NNP had already started. I don't know how many people had already brought in their documentation by that point in time. But whichever political party won, it mattered not. They definitely had to pay the pensions. So the NNP could have taken the approach and decide, hey, we go in and pay now, and they're just being reckless. And go and pay, and then they would end up like a certain government in Grenada here that end up having to call people to tell them, come back in, we pay you too much, you have to give back X amount because we overpay you. Because in some circumstances, they did not take into consideration the payments made by the New National Party back in 2016, 2017. Now, all of this were the discussions taking place last night. But for the whole day, come on, we have to learn to focus here. For the whole day, the focus is Colin Dow. Who care about Colin? I don't care about Colin. I care what my political leader went last night and speak about. I care that she was very eloquent, that she showed a firm grasp of every single issue that was brought up. That she said, and this is one of his statements along the lines of, when speaking of diplomacy, that agreeing with people or being friends with people does not mean that you have to be enemies with somebody else. You could be friends with both sides in an argument, you know. So when we had government ministers, right, and a good friend of mine just set me up there, the judgment was delivered in March of 2022. And in relation to the pension, and a very important part here to hammer home, the New National Party had the opportunity to appeal and did not appeal. They even had a committee that was established to advise government on the pay of that. That was discussed last night, and we discussed it, man. Come on, people. Let's come on. There's talking points. We ain't going to say it how people want to hear it. We're going to say it how it really is. Yeah? What do you gain from spending all this time on the man? What do we gain? Our political leader spoke of so many things last night. She was asked the question of the NNP's position in relation to the U.S. request for third country nationals to be deported to Grenada. She was asked for her viewpoint, her view in relation to that. And I agree with the political leader because I've said it here before myself. How you expect to get a view of the New National Party when the New National Party don't know what is being offered? The only part of this entire discussion that you and I have heard, because we're not in cabinet, the only part of this discussion that we have heard is that the U.S. would like to deport people who are not Grenadians and whose country refused to take them. So, if your country refused to take you, there has to be some sort of issue. whose country the U.S. would like to deport these people to Grenada. We don't know what is attached to that. We don't know if there are benefits to gain from that. We don't know if there are no benefits to gain from that. We don't know anything. We don't know the circumstances. We don't know the how. We don't even know the who. We do not know. So how do you expect the NNP to state a position in relation to an issue like that? The same goes to the situation with the radar system that has been requested of Grenada. We see Antigua has conceded and they have taken a radar system. Yeah? Is it Antigua or St. Kitts? I believe it's Antigua has decided that they are taking the radar system. And you have other countries. Trinidad has taken one in Tobago. Yeah? You're hearing of considerations in other territories. We do not know if the same that is offered to them, or in the case of Trinidad that is up there, is what was being offered or asked of Grenada. We don't know if it included any defensive mechanisms. We don't know. Because the government that had this request since August, since August of last year, still has not come to the Grenadian people and said what that request entails. They just said there's a request. The request is for a radar system to be installed in Point Saline. They did not give any other details. They did not say, and the people say along with this, they are going to give Grenada 10 ambulance. They're going to give Grenada 20 fire truck. They're going to give Grenada 5 large Coast Guard vessels. Nothing has been said to the Grenadian people or what is being offered with it. So you cannot fault the average Grenadian, the bus driver, who are a little tired tonight. Yeah, we know all your home and all your little tired and thing, but all you like talking points, all you're listening. We don't know what is the offer on hand. So they would come to their own conclusion because they've just heard part of the entire argument. So the people in the villages who linemen by the rum shop tonight listening to the program, Calivini, I hope all your fellas good up in Calivini there. They will come to their own conclusion, and you cannot fault them for coming to their own conclusions because they are doing so in the absence of information. But as a political organization who will soon hold the reins of power in this country, the new National Party cannot operate on the same level as the individual who is out there who has an opinion and speaks their opinion in relation to this matter, because that individual, yeah, just like the NNP doesn't have the information, but from the bit they hear, they're telling you how they feel about it. The NNP does not have that luxury. So you can't expect the NNP to say they agree or disagree with a radar system because they don't know what is being offered. You don't know if it's a radar system that they could take and look at Mars. We do not know what is being offered. We don't know the type. We don't know any of the details. We don't know anything. So how you expect the NNP? And you're asking in Parliament, and your government who has the details, they are not telling you anything. They are not giving you the information. So in the case of the new National Party, the statement is not, as the Prime Minister would do, you're asking the wrong person. The Minister of National Security is telling you you're asking the wrong person. The statement is simply that we cannot say if we agree or disagree because we don't have the information to make that decision as to whether we agree or disagree. We cannot say we agree or disagree with the refugee situation because you don't have the information to make such a decision and say this is how we agree with this or we disagree with that. You can't because you're not given the information. Yeah? This is the situation that the NNP found itself in. And others could run forward because they have close relationships. If other political parties want to run forward and lambaste one side or the other, maybe they have information that the new National Party doesn't have. Maybe they have access to information from the US or from other countries that the new National Party does not have. But one party is supposed to have that information right now to pass it on to everybody else. That's the NDC. And they're supposed to pass that information on to the NNP because the NNP represents a significant portion of the Grenadian population so that they can then pass that on to their people and formulate what is their policy position on that particular issue. Right? Mr. Handsome, good night to you, sir. So this is how you heard the political leader last night explain things. But you know what? A lot of people forget that already and they're focusing on something else. No, she was excellent. Yeah? Excellent. If I could have get a mark above excellent, I was giving it. Excellent. Cool, calm, intellectual. Yeah? So that is how you have to look at things sometimes. Sometimes I think we get too much into the side arguments. We get too taken away by these little issues. And the NDC loves that. They love when we decide, no, we're not going to be speaking about Honorable Emlyn Pear and the issues that she raised last night, the cost of living in our country, the cost of living crisis, because it is a crisis. Believe it or not, like the statement or not, we are going through a cost of living crisis in our country. And she spoke to the cost of living crisis, an issue that affects each and every one of us. And she was very forceful and eloquent in her explanation of the situation that exists and the need to take urgent action to address it. She spoke to the issue of the state of the roads and the road projects and implementation. Because remember, we were promised implementation, and faster implementation. Talk implementation with Molyneux. We had to talk for them to remember to go and pave it. We had to talk here on this program for them to go and pave it. So if Jenny Simon don't come and expose them on a Thursday or a Friday when she had the programs on Friday, Jenny, I think, probably had to do both a Thursday and Friday program now. We think getting hot. So you might have to do two programs, Thursday night, Friday night. Thursday evening, Friday evening. Yeah, I know one program does be a lot, but I know you might have to do two. So unless Jenny Simon come and expose it, or Andre Donald come and talk about it, or we raise it on this program, or even Ziggy go out and raise the issue, it seems as though they don't even bother with it until they hear some sort of noise in relation to it. So they have to rush up and go and pave Molyneux because we talk about Molyneux here and I say, I'm going up and see. So they rush up and they go and they pave. Quick. Rush and pave. Yeah? So that's why I say, let me know the other areas that have issues. I'll go raise it for all you. Because it seems as that's the only way we get in it raise. Bring the issues. Let's let the Honorable Emlyn Pear raise it in Parliament. Let her raise it on different radio programs and television programs and podcasts. Let her raise the issues. Because it seems as though those are the only times that we're getting things done in this country. When they are raised. You know, you're going to juke the ant's nest and you bite somebody. That is when they're looking to pull the ointment to try and treat it. When all the time they could have done that. But they're waiting until the last minute. That is when they're looking to go to deal with the issues and so. So folks, we are going to open the phone lines. I wanted to do a little rewind tonight too. So I will be dipping back into some things tonight. So we will be doing a little rewind tonight. Those of you that saw the artwork would see that I said Tuesday rewind. I'll go learn what that is in a little while. But before we go to that, there's another issue, and I want to play something from the leader of His Majesty's opposition. I want to play something from her in relation to another issue, and that is a very important issue right now in the state of Grenada. And I want to play that message from her right about
Good evening to my brothers and sisters of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Only days into 2026, people across the country are asking some basic questions, and the silence from the government is growing louder. Fishermen want to know how they'll feed their families, as legislation focused on compliance offers little immediate relief and clear support and communication are missing. Tourism workers want to know what's being done about the US travel advisory that's threatening their livelihoods. Families want to know why their bills keep climbing while they're getting no relief from the cost of living that's crushing them. People want to know if our public health system is prepared for what we're facing, while our electoral system still isn't fixed as we approach election year, and why a program that generates significant resources like the CBI is delivering so little visible national benefits while exposing the country to growing international and fiscal threats. And this is without even addressing the long unanswered questions around the added tax on electricity that keeps every cost high, rising debt and unfinished roads and projects that continue to affect our people and our businesses. These are reasonable questions, unanswered questions, questions about things happening right now that affect real people, and the government is still silent. Not because the information does not exist, but because a deliberate choice has been made. This government speaks on what suits them, controls the conversation, and avoids the questions that Grenadians need answered. That's not how this is supposed to work. When fishermen are already shut out of the US markets and a $20 million annual industry is being damaged, you do not get to ignore it and hope that it goes away. When for the first time at this level, the United States warned its citizens about traveling here, you do not get to say, I don't know, and move on, especially when tourism supports over 50% of our economy and thousands of jobs. And when families are drowning in bills made worse by new taxes, you do not get to pretend that everything is okay. This is a pattern. Issue after issue, legitimate questions are met with silence, dismissiveness, or half answers that insult our intelligence. Yet when it serves their interests, they suddenly find their voice. I'm speaking tonight because someone needs to say what many of our people are already thinking. This isn't good enough. You elected a government to govern, to respond when things go wrong, to have plans, not excuses, to treat your concern like they matter, because they actually do. In the days ahead, I will use every tool available to force these conversations into the open, to put these questions on the record, and to demand answers that you deserve. This is my responsibility, to speak for you when the government will not. That is the role of the opposition, and that is exactly what I intend to do. I will continue tabling parliamentary questions. I will continue presenting alternative solutions, showing what immediate action looks like. And I will continue to be in your communities because solutions come from listening to the people who live these challenges every single day. Your questions are valid. Your concerns matter. And I will keep fighting to make sure that they are answered. May God bless you. May God bless Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Good evening to my brothers and sisters of
All right. Yes, indeed, folks. That was the political leader of the New National Party, the Honorable Emmeline Pear, and she was just giving us a message there. Because, folks, she mentioned something there again, and she mentioned it last night again, the fishing ban. Now, you're speaking $20 million into the Grenadian economy that right now That $20 million gone, you know. Because over 90% of the fish that leaves Grenada goes to where? The United States. Well, used to go to the United States. For the last 13 days, no shipments can be made. The fishermen wasn't going out, coming to the end of December. It didn't make sense you're going out because why go and catch it and it can't leave, it can't go out. There's no market for it. Yeah, because the markets have been closed in the face of Grenada. And this government knew that this ban was coming. They did nothing. They went and they promised the fishermen. And the fishermen could bear me out on this. They promised these fishermen that this issue would have been resolved by this point in time so that they would have been able to be selling fish right now. Entos, a line on you? Did you all not go and promise that to the fishermen that by now this issue would have been resolved and they would have been able to be selling fish and so on as normal right now? The Honorable Emlyn Pierre, she took the time. I wonder if we could pull it up on Facebook. Boy, where Facebook? Facebook, come. Open up Facebook. Right. She took the time and she went up to, let me see if I can pull it up here. Come, nothing open now. Hey, we're moving so. This thing always doing me this kind of thing when you're ready, you know. Right, yeah. She went up to Petit Martinique because we know Petit Martinique is one of the areas most seriously affected. Again, nearly the entire economy of Petit Martinique is built around fishing. And she went up there and she met with the fisher folk up there in Petit Martinique. And let me see if I could just pull it up here. So, yeah, she met with the fisher folk up there in Petit Martinique. Nice? Yeah, the Honorable Emlyn Pierre, man. Yeah. She ain't just talking. Sister Emlyn went up there and meet with the fishermen and women of Petit Martinique. Right? She went and she met with them. And I think we have a caller on the line. Let me see if I can bring that caller in. Hello, good night.
Sheldon Scott.
Hey, sir.
Hold on. One comment.
Yeah, come out the noise.
Sheldon Scott, my problem is,
Yeah, sorry, we're not fair. But a lot of your company, peace, what drivers company?
Okay, hold on. Which piece of road in Lafayette? Where's the piece of road?
There's no company owned by the church. You have big church around the family.
You're talking about the church, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you have big church. You have church don't see the house. And people more your company too much.
Church, you're talking about, wait, hold on. You're talking about the church in Beaton Junction when you come down the hill or another church?
No, it's in country code.
Oh, you're talking about entering from that side. Okay.
Yeah. They come down the big stick here.
I know the hill, right? You're coming down the hill there.
Yeah,
right?
the people say, unless you fix that piece of road is there, man. He said, oh God. The man say, I think that pass Papa vehicle, man. I'm begging the government, please. We need a piece of road in Lafem to fix.
Okay, so that piece of road in Lafem, after you pass Country Coastal and you're coming in, where you start going down that piece of hill, there's a name for that, Epping Forest, just around Epping Forest area there.
Yeah.
All right, so the other piece of road you're talking about, there's some deep drain to the right-hand side when you're coming down there. There's some deep drain there.
Yeah, they have to fix.
Remember years ago, a vehicle went down there and a child died, yeah.
Yeah. So, but drivers complain, and that's piece of road, it could possibly be beaten because if you after upon the main, you could divert and go down the and possibly beaten.
Yeah, because you come through Epping Forest, you go down through, you pass by them people used to do the sales and thing, they were the sales van and them.
Country code.
No, past Country Code. I'm talking about deep inside now. You pass the garage. Survive, right. You pass Survive and then you're bursting through over by Graceland and then you come down the hill, past Oki and them there and you come up the hill. Yeah.
That only fixing peace. I'm begging. And one more thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Mongozo. Oh gosh. But
which part of Mongozo Road now? The whole thing?
You see, the last piece of piece of road before they build the road there.
Yeah.
You have a big hole there. And nobody saw that piece of barrier there.
But I know the Prime Minister constituency you're talking about, brother. He's the Minister of
Yeah,
Infrastructure. He's the Minister of
of
Road. You know.
course. Yeah.
The Prime Minister is the
let's
Minister of Road, brother.
You understand, you know? We need some light. It's a Mongozo too. We need some light, some street light.
Boss,
So light will come so it's a Mongozo, man.
I think you understand me. The man is the MP, and he's also the Minister of Road.
Yeah. The man, I see a man in the channel. And I see a man passing Mongozo yet.
There you go. Come now. We talk about it on Talking Points. You go make a special effort to come now.
And we need some light in Mongozo. Mongozo extra back here like come.
All right, my brother.
Okay,
So
thank you very much.
We hope he gets the message.
I hope we get a message law and care because we need one time we come in, later in the election. I'm telling you the truth. Anything going for the election, you go ask you.
Okay, bro. You have a blessed
Okay.
one. Yeah, man.
You too.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah, you can call in and between, folks. We're just going through one or two things here. Yeah, so the Honorable Emlyn Pear, and all I want to see it big, all I want to see it, I have it there. All right, okay. Yeah, the Honorable Emlyn Pear and Senator the Honorable Norland Cox, they went up to Petit Martinique and they met with the fisher folk up there. And yeah, I hear a certain person run up after Honorable Emlyn Pear, go up to Petit Martinique and heard the concerns of these fishermen. Because these people make their living, you know. Right now, you're basically saying all these people you're seeing here, unemployed. Yeah? This was them getting there. This is them at the meeting itself with the fisher folk there. I hear a certain man run up. I hear a certain man run up right after Sister Evelyn run up. I hear another man run up there to go and see. He say, oh gosh, he going up and see what going on, Sister Evelyn. Sister Evelyn make sure she take the boat and she go up, you know. Yeah, man, she take the boat and she go up. Nice. Yeah, man, Sister Evelyn take the boat and she go up. Nice. Yeah, a certain man, after he hear that, he rush go up. He rush go up in Petit Martinique, busy. Eh, we rush and go up in Petit Martinique, busy for now. You didn't know you had to go in Petit Martinique all the time and check on the fishermen. But you see, while Honorable Emlyn Pear is studying livelihoods, you studying votes. Yeah? So she went there with love for people and interest in their livelihoods. You went there for votes. So as soon as you hear she go, you rush up there too. Yeah? And imagine that people calling from the Prime Minister's constituency about the road. So road in La Femme. Yeah, right to the vehicle, it turned over the time and the child died there. Right. That area right there. That is what the guy talking about. Yeah? That piece of road coming right down. It's a very steep road, steep hill coming down there. So if the road bad there, you're in problems. Yeah? So that road and also Mongozo, just before the piece that has been done. Yeah? Nice. So we have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Yeah, sure, good night.
Good night. Let me just let folks know we're going a little past 10 o'clock tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sharon, I want to congratulate Honorable MP for a job well done last night to be behind the headline. She did a wonderful job. And this is what I call a leader. A leader that knows what she is about. A leader that not afraid of answering any question. A leader that will not say to the host that you're asking the wrong person. Alright? Because she's well equipped and she prepared for anything to come. I want to say congratulations to her and the choice that NMP made in selecting selecting her as the leader of the party. That was the best choice that NMP made in doing that. So I want to say congratulations to her. Keep up the good works. the NMP people and many of the Grenadian people behind you who did not vote, who vote for the other party in the election, they see you, they know what you stand for. And you are a leader that will bring people together and not a leader that will divide and separate people. And shall have a blessed night.
All right, my brother. Thank you so very much. Yes, indeed, folks. Remember, you can call us on the WhatsApp 1473-440-7377. I know why I ain't get my phone line yet. Right. Nice. 1473-440-7377. There's a workaround. You know, if I go and get that cable, and I put that day and I plug that in there and I do so, I could pull them calls. Yeah, you see, that might work. Yeah, you could try that one tomorrow and see. Let me see. Yeah, 1473-440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, we had to learn not to major in minors. Let's focus on the important thing. The Honorable Emlyn Pay and all that she said last night, that is the important thing. What she said about different issues. Because if you listened clearly, you would have a clear understanding of where the New National Party stands on all national issues. Yeah? So the questions were asked, and she did not say, you're asking the wrong person. Why are you asking me that? Yeah? She did not say that. What she did say is, we do not have enough information to make a decision in relation to whether or not. Yeah? In relation to one or two issues. And the other issues, she gave you a clear position of where the New National Party stands on those issues. That it is urgent right now that we have remedial work done to ensure that our fisher folk can get back to work and into taking care of their families and not have to be worrying about how they're taking care of the children for the next few months and how they're going to be paying their bills for the next few months. Yeah? That she stated a clear position that the New National Party has in relation to that. Get it done. You have to provide reports. You deal with the legislation. There are reports that have to go in. Get the reports. But you could have avoided this with simple diplomacy. And if you had proper people, listen, I don't always like to call names, but there are people out there that are available to Grenada, no matter which government is in office, that would see it as their national duty to go out there and speak on behalf of Grenada on different issues. You have somebody the likes of Dr. Patrick Antoine. I must call Dr. Patrick Antoine name, because Trinidad using him to go and discuss issues all in Washington on behalf of businesses in Trinidad, the regional bodies asking Dr. Patrick Antoine, a Grenadian, to go and discuss issues on their behalf. Other Caribbean territories, governments calling Dr. Patrick Antoine to come and discuss issues on behalf. And he offer any services to Grenada, and Grenada ain't bothering with him. Yeah? He offer any services, to your own country, his own country, and you ain't bothering with him. So when Honorable Emlyn Pierce says that there are people that are available, instead of attacking people like, for instance, I would say even the pleasant clerk, I think he's clerk of parliament, Adrian. Instead of attacking people like Adrian, who has contacts in all kind of diplomatic areas all over the world, you name the country, Adrian has contacts in those countries. Instead of utilizing people like that, you're there cussing them in newspaper and saying all kind of nastiness about them and doing all kind of thing to try and frustrate them and promise them from what we could see. But you have an individual with a doctorate, with the ability, and you're not utilizing them. Instead, you're sending Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Well, I mean, you're sending Andal to go on. Come on, name one thing that Andal has been able to get for Grenada that some other government hasn't been able to already achieve, similar or even more. Yeah? And then the Prime Minister says, well, he's the biggest seller of Grenada. He's the biggest seller of Grenada. Where's the developments from his selling? That's the kind of thing that we see going on out there. They're attacking people instead of utilizing the people. And a lot of these people ain't even asking, and there's the thing, a lot of these people who are out there not even asking for financial compensation. They might just say, pay the ticket to go. And sometimes they might even pay the ticket to go because they love Grenada so much. And that is only them. You have people who are part of the new National Party team. So you have, let's just get this clear. You have a former Prime Minister, the 15-seat badge on himself, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, the General, every single island in the Caribbean and further afield respect this man to the max. You have this individual who has contacts all over the world that you could approach and say, Dr. Mitchell, we would like you to approach the U.S. government on our behalf. Be part of a team or lead a team to speak to the U.S. government on this issue. Look, we have the tourism thing that we've been hit with. Today it was on Fox News and all. It reached as far as Fox News now. So that you have this thing that you could have easily said to somebody the like of a Dr. Mitchell, Doc, we need you. You know, let's put everything aside. We need you. Can you go and speak to the U.S. in relation to this issue for us? Or can you tell us who we can speak to, even if you don't want to go? Can you tell us who we can speak to? No. Instead of that, when he comes in Parliament and he's trying to give them advice, they want to stoops, they want to fling hand, they want to do all kind of childish, puerile nonsense, instead of focusing on the content of what he's saying that would have saved them from being able to end up in the situations they are right now. There are some of us, and I say us, that have been to the U.S. State Department, that know people in the U.S. State Department, that can speak to people within the U.S. government on behalf of Grenada, but you have to do it officially. You can't go out on your own and say you're just going and talk to the U.S. You have to do it in an official capacity. If they invite you, or if the government sends you, then you can go. So you can't say that, oh, well, Dr. Mitchell all the contact, why you don't go and talk to them? Because you know that is what they're coming with. But you can't. The U.S. would have to officially invite him, which they would not do because there's a sitting government in Grenada, or they would have to have the Grenadian government ask for him to be the person. But you have the competency. You have Mr. Oliver Joseph sit down there in St. David. You have Mr. Oliver Joseph that have contacts in all of these places, that know people that you don't know. Let me get it straight. That know people that you don't know. You have people within the NNP, the Honorable Emlyn Pierre herself. There's people that she knows that you don't know. You might have heard of them, and she could pick up the phone and call them. But she cannot do it without your invite. Because you, the NDC, are incompetent. You ain't know nobody. All you just come in this thing, all you don't know nobody. All you're incompetent. That is why after spending $6 million in tickets, all you could come back with is some bats for crickets. Yeah? That's all you could come back with. Because you all are incompetent. And you all can try and shift the discussion all the way. But tomorrow night, I know we're having a discussion in relation to the marijuana bill. Yes, they have sent a draft of the marijuana bill. I've seen how much marijuana you're allowed to have, how much cocaine you're allowed to have, how much heroin you're... Yeah, I'll hear me correctly. How much heroin you're allowed to have legally. I'll hear me correctly, yeah? Yeah, the draft bill. So I see how much marijuana you're allowed to have legally, how much cocaine you're allowed to have legally, how much... I'm going to read it properly tonight. Maybe I'm misunderstanding them. I ain't want to think that they go have a legal limit for cocaine so you could use cocaine and they have a legal limit for it. Because I have children. I take my children and go in. Yeah, watch all you. I don't want to believe it's that they put it forward, man. I had to double check that. I don't want to. I think I just take a glance. So I feel I read the thing wrong all you. Yeah, and I'm sorry we're not on Facebook tonight. Those of us usually be on Facebook. I'm sorry we're not on Facebook tonight. Yeah? But I want to believe I read the thing wrong. I ain't think I read that right yet. I ain't think all you given legal limits for things like that. No, I ain't. All you hear I say, right? Tomorrow they have a press conference. We go find out, man. They have a press conference tomorrow. Tune in live and direct, yeah? So I want to know. I don't believe is that I see. I think probably I misread. I think I've got to send this to my lawyer. Yeah, I will send that to my lawyer. You will read it tonight. Yeah? Okay, so let me see. Because I am seeing something here in the document that was sent. My lawyer. Well, one of my lawyer. I have a few. Yeah. Because all you know, they keep threatening. So, you know, you just have to have your lawyers on speed dial. Right. So, my lawyer... Tell me if what I'm seeing here. I mean, this is the consultation document, and they have trafficable quantities of specified controlled drugs. So I want to know is, if you have under 71 grams of marijuana, if you're okay. The resin, if you have under 30 grams, you're okay. If you have under 1 gram of cocaine, if you're okay. If you have under 2 grams of heroin, if you're okay. Opium, if you have under 55 grams of opium, if you're okay. Under 3 grams of morphine, you're okay. Or THC, if you have under 1 gram. I don't know. Is it that only over that amount they could charge you for trafficking? Is it that it's illegal? I don't understand. That's why I tell you, I ain't read it yet. So I need to read the whole thing. You see the Senate, which I would like to thank them for. Finally, they do something a little smart. But I want to find out if it go have okay amounts of cocaine and thing too. Yeah, we kind of want to know. Yeah, kind of concerned because I just don't take it and run with it. I just saying I glance the document. I ain't read it in its entirety. So when I read it, I may understand that in context. It may be that if you have lower than that, they charge you for being in possession. And if you have over the amounts that they state there, it may be that they charge you for trafficking as well. So you have over that amount, they say, well, you're trafficking. Under that amount, they say, well, you have that for personal use or whatever it is. So I don't know. I go read it. I go find out. And we go discuss tomorrow night. Because I want to hear what they're saying in the press conference too in relation to that. But folks, this is also a message to you. We in an election year. I've told you all, anytime you see they come with the legalization of marijuana in this country, anytime you see they come with that, tell yourself in a few months from that or a few weeks from that, they go into election. This is an election gimmick because they had all the work that was done before. In fact, the first reading of the legislation in relation to cannabis use in Grenada, the first reading, if I remember correctly, had taken place already at the parliament level before parliament was dissolved. So all they had to do was take that and bring it back to parliament back in 2022, and they could have legalized it all now. Police would not be able to harass somebody if they see them with a certain amount of marijuana and so. And basically, in my view, wasting the court time with people because you get them with a 2 spliff and you take them, yeah, I don't smoke. I don't agree with it. But if somebody's smoking, the amount of money, by the time the police and them arrest the person, so the state of Grenada already spend more money than the cost of them 2 spliff already. Because if you calculate the police time that he taken to arrest that person, to detain them, to bring them to the police station, to formally charge them, to put them in a cell and have to feed them and all kind of thing until they get bail and whatever. Or in the worst case scenario, they get sent up to Richmond Hill. The state of Grenada already paid sometimes as much as 200 and 300 times the cost of the 2 spliff they hold these individuals with. So financially, it makes absolutely no sense. It's the same as, in my view, sending busmen up to the prison or sending fathers on child maintenance up to the prison makes no sense to me when you can find alternative sentencing means to deal with these situations. Send them to paint somewhere, send them to clean somewhere, send them to do something else, and failing that, then you use the other aspect, but to send them sit down in the prison. Well, what sense that making? Dotishness. And it's time we fix them dotishness. Yeah? Nice. 147-344-0737, I missed a call. 147-344-0737. Remember, you have to call us on the WhatsApp. As I say, I go look at this bill in its entirety, afterwards. I can't go through it there now. So yeah, not while I'm on air. I'll go through it after. Nice? Yeah, beautiful. I wonder, let me find a look at tune there, boy. I want to find a look at tune while I dig for something here. Nice. And remember, you can still call 14734407377. And folks, I don't want you all to forget this, huh?
The new National Party NNP New York chapter brings you the best for the new year 2026. An MLK Martin Luther King brunch, Sunday, January 18, backed by public demand.
So folks, that's this Sunday, right? Martin Luther King Day, this Sunday. And then if you can't be in New York, call yourself a supporter of the new National Party and you ain't go. Once you could go. If you can't go, send money and help. Nice, but that is taking place this Sunday. In addition to that, right, it's taking place this Sunday, let me say, even if you're not a supporter of the new National Party, but a supporter of Grenada, because then you would know that the new National Party is the best option for Grenada now and always. You would definitely ensure that you make your presence felt and that you are there. Nice? Good. So let me continue.
Till you say when. Music by DJ Gemini. Donation $30. And we guarantee you a festive time. Listen up. For tickets, contact Cathy 347-262-6818. Louisa 347-423-2509. Wendy 917-602-1476. Aisha 917-520-3164. And Saul 315-402-6370. NNP New York chapter MLK branch, a hearty delight, a true Grenadian tasty experience backed by public demand. Sunday, January 18 at 302 East 91st Street between Lenox and Clarkson Avenue. See you there.
All right. Yes.
The new National Party NNP New York chapter.
Salo, take it easy. Take it easy there, Salo. Nice, right? So, folks, we're looking forward to that one that's going to be taking place. This, all you better send me a picture while anything going on. Eh? Yeah, this Sunday. That is when that thing's supposed to be taking place. Let me see. I think I'm supposed to have something here. Where them thing go? With that, body, where this thing go? It's supposed to be somewhere here. Nice. I think I see somebody calling here. Let me take a call. Nice. Hello. Good night.
Hello. Good night, Sheldon.
Hey. Good night. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Am I live or?
Yeah. Well, what's one thing with talking points? We ain't calling and put you on hold, and once you call, you're live.
Okay, we have to be. We always have to be ready.
Cut and go through.
Okay. Man. All right. Good night. Good night to New York, to our New York family. Good night to our Grenadian family. Good night to our Caribbean family. As the advertisement would have told you earlier on, that we have a big event coming up on the weekend, and that is on Sunday, because we know Monday is a holiday, so we can fet the night away and get a day extra to relax, because it's winter time and most people after fetting, they want to be home in the warmth of their home, relaxing the next day where they can mingle and so on with family and friends. So the New York chapter, NNP New York chapter, invite everyone. When we say everyone, we don't care about political color or anything like that. If you come out and support from about 11, so thereabout, or 10, at the next 10 to 10 again or more. Later than that, we're going to go because, as I said, it's a holiday, MLK, Martin Luther King holiday in New York, in America. So we're asking persons to come out. We have food from morning, so you're going with a brunch format from breakfast in the morning and into the evening. So there'll be lots of food for you to really savor on and to taste Caribbean, Grenadian style food. The tickets are going just at a small $30 to get in for the brunch per se. And if you're not coming for the brunch itself, we also have a icy cold bar for persons who wishing to drink and to socialize with their friends and to chat and all this stuff. So it would be a Grenadian affair inside of New York with the New York NFP New York chapter.
Careful when you're saying a Grenadian affair, we Carriacou people, we very funny, yeah?
Yeah, well.
I mean, yes, we know we are considered Grenadians, but we think kind of separate when we're ready to, eh?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of persons from Carriacou and Petit Martinique will be there as well. So the entire trial and state will be coming together for this big event. I would call it a grandiose event because tickets are going very, very fast. As I said, they're only $30. Come and patronize the bar and, have fun, dance the night away, the evening, whatever you want to do, have fun, take photos, because the setting will be one to steal. So, every time we have an event, we make sure that we create an atmosphere that would really bring things alive. And that's what the New National Party is all about, bringing things alive, bringing things into perspective. So it's a brunch with a purpose. You're coming there not only to just spend your money, but you might meet friends and family that you have not seen in quite a while and, rekindle and share talk and all the sorts. So you're talking about the whole Grenadian spirit there at that event, and it's at the 302 is 94th Street. That's in Brooklyn, and the music will be by DJ Gemini. Playing all our local home music. And
if I take the plane in the morning and I come up, who do I check for tickets?
Well, for tickets, I have tickets. I'm Saul, so I have tickets. I have a few tickets remaining, and they're going very fast. They're coming in. Persons are buying tickets from me by the 5 and the 10 and so on. So I, for one, had about 60 tickets. So I should probably have about 3 tickets remaining.
Okay, well, you need to go and reload.
That's from my...
You have to go and reload.
Yes. We might have to reprint. We will have to print some new tickets. And we have other persons. Miss Frame, Louisa Frame, she also has
Hi, Miss
tickets.
Frame.
Yeah, so we also have Cathy Albert.
I ain't talking to certain people.
Well, she will be there, and you would see her at the event if you come up. Nice. For sure. And we'll be glad to have you up here with us, Sheldon.
Soon enough.
Also, Wendy also have Nos Maguire. She also have tickets selling for the event. So we also have a few other persons who have limited amount. They're probably even finished. So
what I'll do is I'll put up the flyer a little later so folks will get an inkling exactly who, yeah? And when,
if they call me, the last 3 that I have remaining, if they call me and it's done, then I can also recommend them to other persons. I could call around and make sure that they get a ticket.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, my brother, I want to thank you so very much for your call. Always wonderful speaking with you. I'm going to rewind a little bit there right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Have a great one. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, indeed. Yes, folks. So remember, that's coming up this Sunday. You can check Saul, Cathy, Wendy, Miss Louisa Frame.
Beautiful island. Yes, my homeland. The new...
Sometimes I just see things and I just wonder if we believe that's the first time things like that ever happen. That's why I want to go back a few years. I want to go back a few years tonight for a few minutes. I want to go back a few years. I remember when this took place in Grenada. You all remember what that is? Let me see if I could play it big for you. You all remember when that take place in Grenada? Yeah? That was the Conference of Heads of Government back in... This was before Hurricane Ivan, Before Hurricane Ivan... This was when the heads of government took place here in Grenada. You know what? I ain't even talking much there, I feel like we just let some music run and let some video run too. All you go tell me who is some of the people all you see in there. Nice. So, let's go tell me who some of the people all you see in there. I believe the person who just passed used to be the Prime Minister of Belize. Not sure which Prime Minister this one is. But I want you all to pay attention, not just to the people in the front, pay attention to some of the people around them too.
Help me, please help me unfold. What in the drums that has captivated this
Well, I know all you know who that person is, right? Nice, yeah.
that sticks to one and all.
If all you're good enough, all you could know is the tall gentleman next to him too, you know.
And they play a song to open the ring. The whole of the
That was Mr. Devon Rocher together with Mr. Braffett. Lord, Mr. Braffett, Mr. Brizan.
Ibole ole, woyo, ibole ole. Ibole ole, woyo, ibole ole.
Look to you know. Imagine then that was the Taiwanese ambassador.
Still wondering what is happening. Oh, I just find myself dancing in the ring. I just can't control my emotion. Like the music driving me into convulsion.
And this was just at the opening ceremony. So the individuals you see entering the government ministers at the time. I ain't not tell all you who they are. So all you miss a fella they just know, you know, if I bring it back slightly. There's a fella there, all you miss a show all you ain't seen that. Look around in the back too. All you might see other people in the around and in the back and them kind of thing too. All you know is this fella in the back here.
It's my reaction. I cannot break away from this illusion. Maybe this
I was just going through some stuff and I ain't taking the call now. Oh gosh, I got to take the call after. Caller, I got to take the call. I will have to take the call a bit after.
native land. In my own native land. In my own native land. In my own native land.
And I sure those of you who, especially those of you who were involved in the media, know Mr. Leslie Pierre that you saw a short while ago there. Sister Ann David Antwine. Let me see who's coming out from this one.
In my own native land. In my own native land.
Oh boy, that call a persistent boy. What? Papa, let me take the call. Hello, good night.
Hey, good evening, Sheldon.
Hi, good evening. Hey. No,
How are you doing?
Not the voice I think I hear in there, man. Nah, that can't be that voice.
Okay.
AC
I know.
Major.
My brother, how are you?
I am great, bro. I just going back. I'd gone back in 2005 days, so I just going over some old video from 2005. I rewind a bit. You understand?
I know. What I wish you'd do is sometimes start reminding people of what the NNP administration did while they were in office. Because it seems like our people have...
Bro, let me tell you, the reason I have this is because that's what I'm doing. I actually pulled off somewhere in the region of about 2 days video so far.
Yeah, because Grenadians seem to have convenient memory lapses.
Hold a second there. I seen a man there. I want to make sure it's the man I think I seen there. I know big pumps as a police officer in the back there.
Yeah, I will tell you why he got fired privately.
Yeah, let me leave that alone. Like big pumps.
Yes. Yes, so I wish our people would stop talking this nonsense that NMP was there for how much years and didn't do anything. They should remember that NDC was there for 15 years and they didn't do anything. Well, very specific things they did, like the Millibog, the VAT on barrel and the kind of nonsense that they continue doing.
If you're talking VAT, the worst one was VAT on the dead, brother. They tax the dead. NMP never do that. They tax the dead.
That's right. And so the continued destruction of Grenada by the NDC is a continuous policy of the NDC. The NDC didn't form to create an avenue or alternative to governance, They were formed because they were disenchanted and they were disgusted by the NNP. That's why they formed. So every time you look at the formation of the NDC, what you see is a bunch of people who are disenchanted, disheartened, upset, have gripes and grudges with the NNP. They're not in office to better the lives of Grenadians, and this nonsense that the propagandists are continuing to push, and people are starting to believe it. About NMP did nothing for 27 years. If NMP didn't do anything for 27 years, following the Hurricane Ivan in 2004, all now Grenada might have been still backward.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want to say. But
the video footage I'm showing is actually from just a few months before Hurricane Ivan. Because I remember specifically, I was at this function. I'm seeing Patrick Manning, the first man that reached the rescue. Seeing Patrick Manning.
That's right.
Now. And
that's right.
Mr. McIntyre. I see to the back of him walking there too. But this was just a few months before. So I'm coming from there. And I will be showing some other stuff from the period before. I still have the video footage of the port being rebuilt and so on. The fish market being built. All of that, I still have the video footage of those things that I will be replaying again. Because I think it's important we do exactly what you're saying. You can't just be here saying that and this is the president of Suriname. I'm trying to remember his name right now. This gentleman, why I can't remember the gentleman name? I shame. Yeah. But yeah.
Getting old.
Nah. It's too much information. You know?
One at a time. But in case you need help, you can give me a buzz because I'm on island.
Yeah. Papa, yo.
Yes, I've been here since November.
Well, so am I, yeah? Let me put it like that. So am I.
Yeah, right. So I've been here since November, and it's time we start doing what we're good at doing, bringing the facts blatantly to them.
So,
all right?
So here now, you need a mixer and a computer and them kind of thing. Now, what are we saying?
No. If you remember, I have a studio.
Oh, it's still operational.
Well, it's easily put back together. I'm just being lazy about it since I'm enjoying Grenada's hotness.
No. You ain't have to shovel no snow.
I'm defrosting still.
No, man.
But yes,
we have to have a chat, man. We have to have a chat.
Yeah, so I'm back here, and I'm not leaving until NDC comes out of office.
Exactly.
So, right, I'm not leaving till NDC comes out of office. I think they've had enough time to vandalize Grenada. They thief all they could thief. And it's time that our people get ready and get serious and get registered and make sure they check the voters list and make sure they police the voters list to make sure that there are no strangers coming from plane to vote in Grenada election. Yes, let them know that we'll be looking at that very seriously because they're hoping to bring along a pile of them in June, July, thereabouts, and encourage them to register to vote. So we have to do that very, 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 very carefully.
So, my friend, if I tell you two things here while I'm talking to you, that a U.S. military plane was in Grenada today. We didn't know the reason he come, but there was a U.S. military plane that was in the airport here in Grenada today. So we don't know if further discussions are taking place. We don't know if there's additional discussions taking place. Hey, Skinny! I see Skinny behind Doc there, man. Yeah. So we don't know if it's additional discussions taking place. We don't know what it is. But we know that a military plane. I ain't asking, I definitely telling you a U.S. military plane was here in Grenada today.
And we have to look at it very carefully.
Yeah, and I'm telling you that there's a very high likelihood and possibility that we may see deportees arriving later this week.
Yeah, well, we just had to batten down.
I know if it's Grenadian deportees, I know if it's other deportees, but there's a high likelihood
people who are displaced has a tendency to be destructive to where they go. If you're in an island that you don't know anybody, you're not from that island, you could cause destruction to the citizenry of that country. It is a known fact. And if the U.S. is dumping people, then we're not supposed to be taking them, except only Grenadians. But it seems in their haste to get some money, in their haste to hide the fact that they've destroyed Grenada, they're doing all kind of crazy things. Because that's what's happening. They destroyed Grenada. Grenada is almost a failed state right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have little boys and little girls still interested in filling their pockets with Grenadian money and not doing anything to show for it, but living off the hog. And they are encouraged by their apologists and their little pot-hung whatever.
Me and calling people
Right.
pot on here, brother. I taking myself out.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that because you see, we have come to a point where you and I say you and I, in a broad sense, cannot have opinions of our own.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like we are condemned to follow the line, toe the line, and uphold the rhetoric. In other words, anytime we say something for the good of our country, there is somebody to attack us.
Yeah, we
But
can't,
the
we
time
can't
has
have, we
come.
can't have opinions, no.
No, but the time has come when I keep telling people bullying, harassment. I know about bullying. Harassment is against the law. So when you come at me and you harass me anyway, I'm taking you to court. You're going to have to spend money. Let your party spend money on you for harassing people, and people have to look at it like that. Harassment is against the law, and I'm going to find the law, and I'm going to read it on your show so people know harassment is against the law, and anybody harass you in any way on Facebook, on TikTok, wherever, it is against the law, and there are laws for that. And I'm bringing them up according to them people. I'm bringing them up. So let them think about it.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, Sheldon, it's nice speaking with you.
As usual, my brother. So I will be seeing you soon, man. I didn't know you did, so I
When
gotta come up.
you know where they?
Yeah, I know where they know, so I will come up.
All
All right, Papa.
right, later, brother.
Blessings. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, folks. That's my good friend AC Major, yeah?
Yes, my homeland, the new foundation.
You know, the one thing I find a lot of the people are seeing in this video ain't alive again, you know. Yeah. A lot of the people are seeing. That's to tell you how long ago this was, yeah? And the strangest thing is I have a photo with myself and this president, the president of Suriname. And for the life of me, I can't remember his name. I was in Suriname just a couple of years after this.
And all those who have contributed to the survival of Big Drum on this beautiful island.
But I was just showing you that, folks, to let you all know. Because you see, when things happen in Grenada these days, there are people who jump up like it's the first time. Now, yeah, people jump up like it's the first time these things ever happen in Grenada. Like it never had these things taken place in Grenada before. So it have a heads of government like it's the first time we holding the position of heads of government. You understand? Watch out, sharp. Hey. Cutting breeze and a fussy sharp. And let's see you walking with him there, Adrian. You understand? Yeah. Think sharp there. Cutting breeze. Yeah. And that's the thing. So you have a situation where something like this happens, and there are people who try to give you the impression that is the first time that you have a heads of government taking place in Grenada, or the first time that Grenada has held the chairmanship, which is a rotating chairmanship anyway, but it's the first time Grenada has the chairmanship of the body. Yeah? Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah. So, yeah, just letting you all see, because it's important for you all to be able to tell the young ones that is not the first time it happened. You understand? Nice. Yeah, let me find our next one there again. You understand? I did mention to him the pot. I know I showed you all this one before. I did bring this one up before, and I think it might be important for me to do that again. Yeah, you already realize it change up the Friday nights to the Tuesday nights. Now, I tell you, we're changing up things this week. Yeah, there's Tuesday, I'm talking Tuesday's Rewind. Yeah, so all you could tell where this place is that day right now, right? All you know, where all these big truck and thing passing there now. Nice.
And tombstone feast that you all cannot miss.
No, sometimes you have to do these things because you have to remind people of who does really do work in this country. yeah, who does talk and who does really do work in this country. Who does come up with the concepts and make sure that things are done in this country. Yeah? I know some of you might be able to guess where this footage is taking place by now. Yeah, this is under the NNP. Yeah, this back in... I'm trying to remember the exact year. Yeah, the exact year is slipping me. I don't think it was 2000. It would have been earlier than 2004. So it might have been around 2000, 2001 or so. That's the bad thing. When I saw the footage, I didn't get the exact date of this footage, and there's no way for me to pull it off of the footage itself, unless somebody gives the date on it. Yeah, I think we see enough of that. They need to see where it is. They know, man. Come. Yeah, let me move from there. Let me go up a little bit. So nice, and let me go so nice. Right. Yeah, I think people want to see exactly where they. Yeah, they need to know exactly where this place is there. Take a hike or ride to Grenada while on the countryside. We just quickly skipping through. Some of you may remember these buildings. What a country and town. Such a beautiful beach. All the culture has reached. You will enjoy your... And you'll remember when the bus terminal was over there for the period of time. This is before they even complete and open the bus terminal there, yeah? So coming down the hospital steps, that was your view. Beautiful beach, some of you have seen it before, just reminding. I'm going back to what I had before and then I added new ones along with it. That's why I say we may be going a little after 10 tonight, Because I think it's important for people to know this was the work of the new, not National Democratic Congress, the new National Party. And you have people that are going and stand up there. You have people who working in places there and still had the gall, the gastrointestinal dysfortitude to say that NNP never do anything. All of this is while they're walking on top there right now. Say NNP and do nothing. They expand Grenada. All they was see. And again, we have to do that because we have to let them know that, hey, things have been happening for a long time in Grenada, but right now things ain't happening. Things were happening before, but right now things ain't happening. Yeah? That is where you have to let them know, yeah?
I wanna go tell she mama. Yes, mama sent in the pond for water. Mama sent in the pond for water.
Yes, my friend, it is Volker Stevenson doing the construction there.
She mama. I wanna go tell she mama.
I don't know how I end up on footage at tongue, you know. Yeah. Again, all of this would have been before Hurricane Ivan, so it's definitely prior to September 2004. You have to show this because you have people that actually, working. I'm trying to see if we get some footage of what the market was there as well. You have people that working in them place that sit down inside there every day and still coming to say NNP ain't do nothing, NNP never do anything. Yeah?
She mommy give me peace for dumpling. I wanna go tell me mama. I wanna go tell me mama. She mommy give me peace.
Because that is what the market was looking like before. Eh?
Tell me mama. She mommy give me peace for dumpling.
Come on, footage. Go back to the market there. Let me see now. Let me see a piece of the market there again. That is what was there before. And it have people who they and selling in them area there and still saying NNP never do anything. Eh? Anyhow. If NNP never do anything, we'd have be taking bus over there still. back when Nalgico was upstairs there. So, In case they didn't know, it had traffic lights there before. So it wasn't NDC come and put traffic lights there. Just in case all you didn't know. Notice there's no bank and no mall and thing down there. Nice, right? No, sometimes you have to take it back so people understand that, the new National Party did quite a lot. And folks, the phone lines remain open, 1473-440-7377. You can call us on the WhatsApp. The phone lines remain open. So you can give us a call. Yeah, we will come out of tongue just now. Yeah, we had to come out of tongue, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think people seen too much of tongue. Or listening too much of tongue. Yeah, we will come out of tongue just now. Yeah, we had what, roughly about 20 minutes again. Taking 10 minutes on top of the 10 o'clock hour. Yeah.
May God bless you. Grenada, may God bless you. The gem of the Caribbean, struck by a Hurricane Ivan. The spices blew in the wind and the people.
So you see the market over on the other side there? Yeah, so when people come around them area there and they say nothing was done, tell them you're standing up on the nothing or you're selling on the nothing and them. Don't afraid to tell them.
Because our people are strong, it didn't take us too long to start to rebuild our land. The spice leaves, the spice leaves, the spice leaves, the spice. Yes, the building better than before, and to your tourists we offering more.
Right now, miners, I feel it's time for you to upgrade a little bit. Yeah.
The spice leaves, the spice leaves. The speed of
I think it's time for us to come out of tongue. I find it's time for us to come out of tongue. Yeah, I think it's time for us to come out of tongue there, man. Yeah, I feel it's time for us to come out of tongue. I know where we're going, but if I find it's time for us to come out of tongue, I think we need to go somewhere else, yeah? Yeah, I think it's time for us to go somewhere else right now. What, my phone only going off. Yeah, I think it's time for us to go somewhere else. Yeah, you see? Right, yeah, we had brother, but yeah, he was the Minister of Education, Mr. Augustine John, eh? Yeah, Mr. Augustine John, I'll show them that interview another time. Yeah. That interview, we go show them the interview that day another time. You ain't go show them that interview tonight. You understand? Because that interview include things like this, eh? Yeah.
Satisfy their needs. The increases in salaries for teachers since 1995 have been unprecedented. My review of those increases indicate that
just in case they didn't know, is the new National Party built a school at the Westall Secondary School under construction.
Before May 1995, a teacher in the certificated 2 grade and
we have a call on the line. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Hi, good night, my friend. How are you?
Sheldon, I call because what I see and what I hear last night from the Honorable Emmeline Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
For a woman, she really gave a good account to herself last night. She make me feel proud as an LNP, and she make me feel proud again as what Dr. Mitchell do. He make the right choice for she as a leader. And she not only a leader just so. She have the experience to be a leader. She don't come in on the radio and saying that not for me to answer. She under calling do all kind of thing last night to make she bring her down to nothing. But thank God that Miss Emmeline Pierre is as tired and she was well trained by Dr. Mitchell. And I pray for that woman, and I want that woman to be the next Prime Minister of Grenada.
because she's a grassroots person. She think about the poor class of people. She help everybody. She not scamful. She not the person will see things in a farm that she will put things together, even though she see certain things and she don't want it, she don't lie. You understand? That woman, she really great. She really great. I mean, I really appreciate Sheldon. I really appreciate that woman. But something I have in mind to say tonight. This thing with the fish. I don't hear Mr. Anstem Cloyden. I don't hear Mr. Anstem Cloyden at all. Anstem Cloyden, anything about fish and sea, he always there. But how come he not speaking up?
Maritime law, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's an interesting observation I did not make myself.
I don't hear him answer anything about the sea and land and whatsoever. He the maritime liar. But you don't hear him. That the ungratefulness of these people, how they treat Grenadian. They do all kind of things to bring down Kit Mitchell. And they say all kind of things. They have tape. They have all kind of things. But no things happening. And they don't say a word. All the friends at the hut and all these people watch. Yeah, one of them be walking the street and I don't watch that woman and shake my head. I can't remember she name.
Sandra Ferguson, brother.
Sandra Ferguson.
I ain't afraid to call you.
Do what? The other I see her in Tempe, Sheldon. And me must hope me about 3 times and tell her and I go to say, why you so wicked as a woman? To treat people, to treat Grenada like that.
Don't waste your time,
making
brother.
people
Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time.
No, but you see, she watching, she there like, she never do nothing wrong. She bring down this country to nothing. Because once these people get in there, they're bringing down the country.
These folks have a case of mutitis right now. It's a disease that some of them capture as soon as the NDC government is in office. So they have nothing to say about anything. And as soon as NNP returns, which NNP will return, as soon as the NNP returns, these are the same people you're going to see start to write in newspapers.
But Sheldon, let me tell you something. I don't live in by none of them. I wouldn't curse them. I wouldn't tell them things out of the way so they could bring me up. But I could tell them.
I would not
I would tell them how wicked they are as Grenadian. You understand?
I would not encourage you.
I would say you, Mr. Claude, is a wicked man.
Well,
you treat Grenada bad. Is them are treating Grenada so?
No, the marijuana thing is taking place tomorrow, the cannabis thingy. So I do not know if he may be on that as one of the panelists, and maybe somebody could use the opportunity to ask him about the fish thing, because you mentioned he was always the person that was dealing with the
yeah, he busy for the sea.
Yeah.
But I thought Diku Mitchell instead of Nazim Bok, I thought Diku Mitchell would have give him the thing for the oil.
What oil?
You know? Yeah. I'm gonna tell these guys that for so long. You know? Mm-hmm. And even Chester Humphrey, you want to come out him. He want to come out and say things, but he's so embarrassed and shame. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because if he wasn't a senator, he wasn't a man with Kit Mitchell, he'd have been coming out and say all kind of thing, But Kit Mitchell had it the way he wanted. You understand? So it's shame now to come out and say anything. But Sheldon, thank God for me saying MP. I'll educate myself last night. I spent all my time listening to that woman, and that woman articulate everything. And this host there, he tried best. He tried best.
Forget
I
the
didn't
host.
get you.
Focus on the message at the the MP.
No, well, I mean,
Forget the host.
I
Forget the
know.
host. They're focusing so much on the host. Forget the
Sheldon,
host.
I a strong NNP. Either go and pay me. I go in Tempe in the headquarters and pay me fee.
Lovely.
I a strong NNP. If NNP do something wrong, I will say they do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that.
All right, brother, we're running out of time. We're going to talk.
Yeah.
All right, blessings. All
Okay.
right. Yes, indeed, folks.
The spice. Yes.
Sash children just have no behavior. Yeah? Them children come out and take Dr. Mitchell, you know. The children come out to Dr. Mitchell. He didn't go to them, eh? They came out for him. All right. And in case you all wondering when that's 1999 general election, huh? Yeah, and he was just passing through the area there. So that doctor telling them go back to class. You understand? Wherever the teacher is. So yeah, folks, that would have been the 1999 from the t-shirts. Yeah, that is 1999 general election. No, it's not in St. John. That would be in St. Andrew Southeast in Telescope. So that's up by SAS. Yeah. Name another prime minister in Grenadian history who could have just passed by the school and caused that to happen. Name one. I challenge anybody. Name one prime minister in Grenadian history could have just passed by a secondary school and caused something like that to happen.
I want to say how I appreciate your welcome here this morning. I can see, as you can see, the voice is going very low. But I want to thank you for your presence. But you know how much I believe in school. So I want to urge you now to go back to school. And on Tuesday, we'd all celebrate the victory of the new National Party and for Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique. So do me a favor, go back to school now. I love every single one of you. Take care, and we'll celebrate on Tuesday next week. Thank you. Good morning.
Challenge you. Name one other prime minister that could have passed by a school and caused them kind of things to happen. Eh? But all the children leave the classroom and come out.
Go back to school.
Go back to school, all you. All this big man and no man now, because that would have been 20 or so, 25, 26 years ago. So yeah, that's supposed to be big man and no man right now in the 30s and going in the 40s and thing, according to the age at that point in time. Yeah, I see Mr. Alan, the late Alan Maguire. I see him there as well. Don't take him no more call. No. We want to call. Let me take that. Let me take it. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon. Good night, Talking Points.
Hey, how you doing?
I doing very well.
All right.
Sheldon, once again, I would also like to put in my congrats and kudos to Honorable Pierre for performance last night. Trust me, top tier. And that is what you need. Calmness in the heads of storm. All how my man tried. But anyhow, that is that. Secondly, Sheldon, those videos bring back memories, boy. Because 1999, that was the first year I ever voted. 1999 election for Mr. Augustine John.
Mm-hmm.
So that when I started my NNP journey. So that was longer day. And those videos, trust me, we had to keep posting them and show them what development looked like. Not saying things happening and they full in the pocket and you didn't see nothing happening. You understand? That's what we need. We had to show them. And lastly, Brother Alan Campbell, condolences on the loss of your brother, but you don't know. We had to keep in contact because, as you may know, Sheldon, I also used to be on Alan Campbell program, calling in and contributing.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how long we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So once again to Mr. Spear, keep the faith, Don't let it get you down. We in for them. We ready for
Dong,
them.
Miss
Have a
Pierre,
good night,
Miss
Sheldon.
Pierre too high for them to be able to bring a dong by last night. Hey, boy,
Yeah.
Pierre was boss.
And Sheldon, another thing again, I realize now that some of the NECites, they reach on a level now, they threatening people, literally threatening people.
They better stop that
They
shit. All of them is coward. Don't study them. They coward too much. They only threatening. They
Because
can't nobody nothing. All of them.
I screenshot a couple of comments last night, and I find they going overboard. I tell them, Deacon Mitchell, control your people and them, please. We don't want this thing happen to be like how y'all wanted to happen like in 83 and 79. Calm,
we
they
ain't
retreat
going down.
down.
We ain't going down them road and them there at all. We ain't going down them road.
All right, Mr. Sheldon, have a good night.
All right, my brother. Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah. Let me see. Don't worry, I see Uncle Vic in the front there, man. I see Uncle Vickers Jeremiah, the late Vickers Jeremiah. I see man Sherman. Yes, your daddy there. It's a Vickers Jeremiah. And since we're going back to the years 1999 and all them kind of things, you see, look, even the NDC fellas come up to shake dog hand. The one, the only, Doctor's Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. So all the people who talking about what with St. Andrew Southeast, don't worry, something waiting there for them. Come. Are they playing bad? Are they want to come and St. Andrew Southeast be a political leader? This was without the political leader, the NNP being from St. Andrew Southeast. Now we have the political leader of the New National Party representing St. Andrew Southeast. Don't worry, it's come, we come in. Are you go find out? Are you go learn? Yes, indeed. As I say, I'm just sorry that we weren't able to get onto Facebook tonight. Facebook seemed to be having issues, so we weren't able to get onto Facebook tonight. And those were the days we invited. So, yeah. 1999 general election campaign. As I said to you folks, I do believe, it is my humble opinion, well, not so humble, I'm being humble with this one, that we are in an election year, and as such we have to do the preparations that are necessary. What you're seeing on the screen is after you do all the hard work and you're completing the bits of work that you have to do, but there's a lot of work to take you before you get to this point. And we all have to put our hands together to play our individual bits and pieces or individual parts in getting to this stage, yeah? Dorian had the victory rally, everything too, from 1999. Have the victory rally, everything, man. Dory, we go shooting. Not tonight, but we go shooting. Yeah, I think that's enough for tonight, folks. We have a few minutes remaining. I don't think I want to go on to a new video again. But every now and again, we're going to have to do a little rewind, and we're going to have to go back to show you all a bit of what happened before. Yeah? Every now and again, we're going to have to go back and show you all a bit of what has happened before, and some of the works of the New National Party, some of the events over the years of the New National Party. Yeah? So when people come to you and they try to insult your intelligence with the nonsensical words that NNP never do anything or NNP ain't do. Tell them the only time things does be happening is during the period of the New National Party, yeah? That is when things does be happening, during the time of the New National Party, yeah. So yes, indeed, folks, that is from election 1999, 1999.
dandy. Sing, 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 dandy. This is the NMP Soca Train, ladies and gentlemen. Stop, Mr. Truck Driver.
Yeah, that voice sounds a lot like Randy.
So get already, Right Honorable Dr. Kid Mitchell, your representative for St. Andrew South. From St. Andrew South this. Flying Cloud, Squeezy, Papa Jerry, and Mr. Randy Isaac.
Jerry was on the train in 1999, but
This house is in order, man. We have already settled down. Time for day. NNP master.
yeah, Jerry tell them you ain't just reach, boy. They long.
Where the NNP? But they can't stop prayer at all. Some of them going to jump and sweat. And then going to make the pants wet, so go the house.
Yes, indeed, folks. We're gonna stop it there for tonight. Yeah, as I say, it's real thing I have, man. Yeah, just pulling out the archives. I have a couple thousand more to go through, so we just pull it. Actually, full of the. I crashed the computer. I fixed the door. It's a small thing, right? Yes, indeed. Folks, that is all the time we have tonight for Talking Points. It's been wonderful being here with you. And tomorrow, no, we're not going back and rewind tomorrow night. No, Tuesday night, possibly Friday nights, if we're doing the Friday nights. But the Friday nights is based on you. As I've said before, we need your donation, especially at the new location. We need your donations. If we can get 20 people, especially those of you out in the diaspora, that are willing to donate at least $100 a month, yeah, or if you make whenever you can, but $100 a month, we'll be able to maintain and expand the program. It is time, you heard Brother Alan Campbell a little earlier, and it is time for us to expand the message of the new National Party. Yes, YouTube and Facebook is okay, and we'll get back on Noise Radio pretty soon. It is due to my fault. I had to connect with him yesterday, so we'll get back on the radio. We need to get back on radio. So we need to expand the message that we are broadcasting here. And also the other things, because as you all may or may not tell, it takes lights, all kind of thing. And you all know what the electricity bill looks like for those sort of things. So we have to expand. We need your help. We need some people to step forward and say on a monthly basis, this is what I could do. I can't do the 100, I could do 50. I can't do the 50, I could do 20. Whatever it is, so that we can get organized and have our message out there. Don't wait until when you realize the NDC calling rally and they start to call meeting and you get the sense that, yes, for sure, election is within the next few weeks or the next 2 months or something like that. Get yourselves organized now. That's checking the voters list. That's making sure that our information gets out there more. As I said, we must expand. It's not a if, or we feel like, or we think we should. We must expand. We must get back on terrestrial radio, and we must expand the programs and also other programs. We must develop those as well. Right, folks? You hear Brother AC Major already say he back and he not going until they're gone? Right. So Brother AC Major is there. We need to do what we need to do, and we need to do it now. Yeah? So folks, get in contact with me, WhatsApp me, let me know. Nobody WhatsApp me apart from one person. Nobody else WhatsApp to say that they're willing to assist with making sure that we do what we have to do to ensure the victory of the NNP is not just to win, you know. Not just to win. We must win convincingly. We must prove to the group of individuals, yeah, that are in office right now, so don't take us for no joke. You see what happened there in 1999? I know I show in 1999, no. I'll show 2013 and 2018 too. Yeah, we go show them. Because we're sending a message to them. And we're also letting you know that the time is now for you to get involved and become part of the team to help save our country from the dire straits that we are in right now. Folks, that's all the time I have for tonight. My name is Sheldon Scott. It's been wonderful being here with you. In everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. I am out.
This is what we call our way. What will happen tomorrow? None of us don't really know. I remember those glorious love when music was met with great cheers. No one can deny that the standard was very high. And when you hear Christmas time comes around, look out for your name in the song. With all them women singing, party time, all of we dancing. Yeah, Quattro. Move your feet, move your waist. Sweet, sweet music in the place. You can't stand up like a yo-yo. You got to let your body go. Take a grind, take a wine. Don't waste this precious time. What will happen tomorrow? None of us don't really know. You hear tell a coin, Hunky High, Cecil James, Matthew James, that is Baker, and that was all now. There must be something hidden in the vibes that have me hypnotized. And one time I did my research, I want to caution my approach. Names like Moses, Feeling Charles, Champion, so much to mention. These men kept the culture and pass it on to us with